Welcome to Whole Gardener, a sustainable new concept developed for the hobby grower or just about anyone who wants to grow delicious, healthy, and beautiful plants. Hello, I'm Holland Jordan and I'm Vice President of Marketing and an agronomist here at Whole Gardener, and this is Crystal McBee. Together we would like to introduce you to Whole Gardener and demonstrate the Whole Gardener Nutrient Starter Kit.
The Whole Gardener was designed by Dr. Ben Wilson. His entire career has been dedicated to the agricultural sciences.
The emphasis of Whole Gardener is on providing high-quality plant nutrients and soil amendments in a convenient, easy-to-use, and very informative way. The Whole Gardener Nutrient Starter Kit contains high-quality, naturally occurring nutrients such as simply nitrogen, simply phosphorus, simply potassium, and simply micros, which are our micronutrients. Your soil needs to be a dynamic living system, and it's going to take care in order to produce healthy plants.
The Whole Gardener Kit also includes your measuring cups, your pH test strips, your mixing jar, and the Whole Gardener recipe book that includes recipes for over 200 plants.
Understandably, various plant species have different nutrient needs. In other words, one size doesn't fit all. For instance, if you're using a 10-10-10 fertilizer, each plant gets the same amount of nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. However, in the Whole Gardener recipe book, each plant has its own specific recipe in order to give it the most optimum growing conditions possible. Now let's go into the greenhouse and talk about soil preparation. One of the most important aspects of gardening is good soil preparation. In a perfect world, all our soils would be rich in organic matter, they would have plenty of good drainage and plenty of nutrients. However, we live in the real world, and if you're like me, I have to deal with this hard clay soil. When it's dry, it cracks open. When it's wet, it doesn't drain, and it's very hard to dig in. Or you may be dealing with sandy soils where the nutrients just leach out of the soil profile before the plant can use them. Regardless, dig as much soil out as you can and replace it with a good garden soil like we have here. Or if you want to create your own garden soil, use a 50-50 mix of compost and topsoil. Now the other thing that's important is soil pH. You need to know what the pH of your soil is. In our recipe book, we give the ideal pH for each plant species, and the pH strips are very easy to use.
The kit comes with your pH test strips. You need to make a slurry, add a little bit of your soil and some bottled water. Do not use tap water as it may skew your results. You're going to tear off one of the test strips, and you want to put it into your slurry, mix it around just a little bit, and see what it is. Today, our pH is between 5 and 7, which is perfect to plant this tomato plant who likes it to be 5.5 to 7. We're going to take all of our nutrients that, according to the recipe book, we have them pre-measured. We have our micronutrients, we have our potassium, we have our phosphorus, and we have our nitrogen. We're going to put them all in our shaker jar. Put the top back on. Shake them up really, really good, and you're going to put them all around where the root zone of your plant is going to be. So you're going to shake them all around where the plant is going to grow. And then you take your rake and you want to mix it into the soil. So you're going to mix it all into the top layer for our tomato plant where the root zone is going to be. Once you have it all mixed in, just dig a nice hole for your tomato. Put them right where you want them to grow. And as soon as you pat them in gently, you water them in.
Thanks, Crystal. We all know that our plants need tender, loving care throughout the growing season. So on our website, we have additional products, such as the Simply Gypsum. This gives additional calcium and sulfur to your plants, as well as improving the texture of your soil. We also have the Simply Soil Neutralizer, which raises the pH when the pH needs to be raised. We have the Soil Acidifier for your acid-loving plants when you need to lower the pH. And finally, we have the Simply Humic, which increases the biological activity of their soil and helps with nutrient uptake. Well, that's all we have today. Thanks so much for joining us, and you can get more information from our website, www.wholegardener.com.